open it up, get people engaged, let them have fun. So the first one is like opening exercise. What we did up here, this is an opening exercise. This is an icebreaker. Gets people talking, feeling comfortable, just a basic icebreaker. A T-chart is one of those tools that a trainer can pull out of their toolbox at any time. When you're standing in front of that room and you're thinking, we're not clicking, things aren't working. It's just a right versus wrong, good versus bad. So what's working in your marketing, what's not? What's working with cash flow, what's not? You just have two sides and you can draw them on any place. You know, whiteboard in front of the room. So it's an instant exercise. Don't need any tools other than some kind of writing material to make it happen. And if you don't have that, just have them draw it in their book. They can use it, whatever, a piece of paper. So this is an opening exercise. Another really fun one is this. We're going to do a little bit of math. Are you ready? I want you to think of a number between 1 and 10 and write it down. Any number between 1 and 10. Now multiply times 9. If you need help, ask the person sitting next to you. From your peers, right? Okay, multiply times 9. Now, in all likelihood, you got 2 digits. You got a number with 2 digits in it. I want you to take the answer that you just got and add the 2 numbers of the answer together. Okay, now subtract 5. Now take that number and translate it to a letter of the alphabet. So 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D, 5E. Good? Okay, now we're going to do a little geography. James counting on his hands up here. Fingers. Okay, so translate it to a letter of the alphabet, 1A, 2B, we're there? Okay, now we're going to think of a country that begins with that letter. A country that begins with the letter you just wrote. A country?
In English or in horizontal?
Anyway. I guess not. Could be any. Country? Now, look at the second letter of your country. The second letter of your country, and think of an animal that begins with that letter. An animal that begins with that letter. And how many of you are riding an elephant in Denmark? Elephant in Denmark. All right, some of you got outside the box and were writing different languages, so that's cool. How many of you did something like elk or emu or ostrich in Dominican Republic? Okay, you got a little bit outside the box, that's cool. This is a classic example of 80-20. You know, Pareto's theorem of economics, the 80-20. It's just that 80-20 applies to everything in life. So when you're teaching a class on time management, use 80-20. It's a great opening exercise because what you can teach from that is that 80% of where you spend your day produces a 20% return. That's scary. 20% produces 80. When you're doing, if you're doing any kind of leadership or hiring staff, you know, how are you going to start adding staff? What, you always have to cream of the crop. Every company has a 20% that's cream of the crop. You have the middle 60, we're in the middle of the road, then you got the bottom 20. The time there. They're the ones that hang out down there, sucking all the light on everybody, right? They got issues, they got challenges. No matter what staff you're working with, you always got 20-60-20. It's one of those 80-20 rules. So where else might you use the 80-20? Can you think of a class that you think that 80-20 might work for? Marketing? Finance? Good. Sorry? Loans? Excellent. Business plans. So that's just an example of an easy opening exercise to catch their attention. Get them laughing. Have